Where we met was in a building called the Ratouche. It's an old Renaissance building. And in the basement, there's a theater company. But they had a coffee house shop there.
Jazz bar.
And this is where we met. My first exposure to the center would have been in the early 80s when I first moved to Denver. I studied engineering, I studied civil engineering, so the whole complex just impressed the heck out of me.
Kevin's mom and sisters, they took me to see The Lion King. It was absolutely fantastic. It started, I want to see more and more.
It has become kind of a part of our fabric over the last half dozen years or so, probably. I'd say our charitable giving tends to run towards kind of underprivileged and specifically children. This kind of culture is important to have a vibrant city. And having plays like Goodnight Moon, where anybody can come, that's just really kind of our wheelhouse, the kinds of things we like to support. We believe that this gift we've made ties into that because the DCPA does have those kinds of programs, plus educational programs.
Our theater was getting a little bit older and maybe needed some facelift, let's say. For example, Kevin's mom, who's 100, she has a little bit of hearing problem, so maybe that make the sound better and maybe more accessible to people like her.
What drew us particularly with the campaign was this need to upgrade. It is 40 plus years, don't remember the exact number. Everybody needs a little bit of work.
The first impression of the theater is very important. I felt like this is my place.
To kind of get the next generation in, it has to be an inviting place.
Great entrance and warm and inviting. So some people will come, it's not only for old folks, not for people with money, it's for everyone.
All year long you can come here and see plays in multiple venues. You get people in and they'd start liking it. They didn't even know they had an interest in theater, so sometimes you need the draw. I think one of the key reasons to support the DCPA is I see it as one of these huge anchors for the city of Denver, the surrounding communities. Without those, the city just is a dramatically different city. It doesn't have the vibrancy that I think it needs to have. So I think whatever anyone can afford to give to the DCPA is just a huge investment in the overall community. To the extent you have favorite charities or charitable causes, if it's children, DCPA covers it. If it's education, DCPA is involved in it. So I think there's lots of good reasons to support the DCPA.
If you go to any theater on a regular basis, you don't have to be a member of any of those societies or buy the season tickets, but you love it. I think that would be a great thing to support it.